So that's that. And then the next thing that I want to do is just show you a little of a variation, which is where you can do, you see right here it says, it says case, there's one case for each one, for each value. Well, you can also create multiple code, or you can put it one code and have it have multiple cases. I'm going to show you how to do that. And then you can also have something called a default. So if none of the cases work, here's what's going to work. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to type in my country, USA, and I'm going to hit enter. And when I hit enter, it's going to send this value up to the function, and then the function is going to serve a message back. All right. So let's go here to show country message. And one thing I'm going to do is that the cases are case sensitive, or the switch is case sensitive. So if I type in USA all caps, but I'm evaluating for USA lower caps, then it's not going to work. So what we want to do first off here is we want to grab the value that a person types in for country info. We're going to say on change show country message, right? That's our function. So when I change the value, it's going to do that. Let's do our little test here. Alert works, just to make sure that the passing of the information works. Let's see, it didn't. So let me see why that didn't work. On change show country message alert works. Looks pretty good to me. You guys might see it. Show country message on change show country message. That looks pretty good to me. So let's go into our sample code. No, we don't need to go into our sample code. Why is that not working? All right. Enter country input on change show country message. It's all caps, or it's camelback. Show country message. Let me just copy this just to make sure it's the right case and everything. And alert works. Let's just say alert working. That looks to me, that's a curly Q and an end curly Q. Let's change this to a, no, that should work. All right, so let's see what's going on here. All right, so I must have missed something. All right, if you guys know what it is, let me know. So now what we want to do is we want to create a, we want to say switch. So we're going to say, what we're going to do is we're going to find the value, right, from here, and that's country info ID. So we're going to say uppercase country equals document, or we're going to say, let's say this, country name equals document get element by ID, and I think that's called country info, and we're just going to get its value, right? So we can use that. Let's just test this process. Alert country name. So this should work. Whatever I type in should show up as an alert. Great, USA. All right. Now the challenge is that if I type in USA, it's going to evaluate for lowercase USA. So we want to do one more thing here. We want to say UC country. That's uppercase country. Is going to be country name. And remember, this is a method that we can use because it's a text string, to uppercase. And so now that UC country is going to be an uppercase whatever I turn. So let's just test that before we move on. UC country. Now I type in USA lowercase, it gives me USA uppercase. Now that just means that whatever I put in my case statement, it's going to evaluate it correctly. It's not going to give me not an error message, but it's going to skip it based on other things. So we're going to say switch UC country, right? Curly bracket, curly bracket. And what I want to do here is I want to send up a message depending on what the, we're going to say alert message, and then I'm going to give it a different message depending on what country it is. All right, so let's say case USA. My message, whoops, it's going to say message equals, hey, I live in that country. Okay, and break. Then I want to do a default in case the person types in a country that I don't list here. My default is going to be message I have never been to that country. Right? And break. So right now this just has two case statements, and if a person types in USA, this is the fun part of coding. All right, what did I do wrong here, guys? What did I do wrong? Switch UC country. Oh, okay. So this has to be in quotes because we're talking about a string. All right, so I think that's probably it. Great. Hey, I live in that country. So because this is a string, we need to put it in quotes as opposed to if we were doing numbers or something like that. All right, so the real thing I want to show you here is multiple. So I'm going to do case equals Canada. Remember, we do it in uppercase because we're converting to uppercase. Case equals Canada. And this can be done in multiple ways. You can do it like this. Case Mexico. And let's just say what I'm going to do here is a message, hey, I've been to that country. So I'm just going to make a list of the countries I've been to, okay? And do my break. And then, so I can do it this way, right? Case England. Oops, got me one there. Case Spain. So I can do it this way, or I can do it like this. And it's up to you as to which is the easiest way for you to do it. I actually like this. I kind of like this, I would say. All right, so let's say save work show web page. So right here I type in USA. Hey, I live in that country. I type in Mongolia. Hey, I've never been to this country. I type in Canada. Hey, I've been to this country. Okay? So that's it. That's what you want to do with this lesson. Sorry for the delay and some of the debugging, but it is what it is. Take a look at your assignment and move forward. You're going to use cases a lot, so it is something valuable to make sure you understand the syntax. Really what we're talking about here, the key things are the switch statement with the curly brackets and then the case statement inside with your code in between the cases. All right? Good job.